Hi, it's Michelle from Movement Lesson. A lot of people ask me, can autism be caught early or can it be prevented? Well, let's just put it this way. I feel it can be caught very early, and you need to work with your child on development and development with movement. Autism is a huge movement disorder, right? Autism used to be just genetics only. Fragile X, Prader-Willi, Charge are some of the genetics behind where you would have a more classic form of autism. Autism more and more is becoming a movement disorder. Your birth is not optimal. You don't realize it. This is why, again, guys, newborn movement assessment. The book is on Amazon, but the whole course, how to do it, is free on movementlesson.academy. It's my mission to eradicate special needs. And yes, even though it says newborn, it's for every child. You can do this. You can do this on a 65-year-old person. It is, probably my biggest mistake is calling it the newborn movement assessment instead of the baby or child assessment. But that being said, the whole thing is free. You're looking to see if your baby is ready for development. To do so, they have to be able to produce rotational responses. Anything from feeding ourselves, or again, what is one of the biggest signs for autism that they can't point? That's rotation. That's rotation, right? Their system needs to rotate. You'll see, inabilities in peripheral vision, let's say. Again, that's rotation. So when you're doing the newborn movement assessment and you're doing it maybe on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, now you know where your child is with development. You also have, my early infant development and warning signs. I'm the first person to put out the warning signs. Let's say birth to 3 months. That's available. You can start charting your child from day one. Being told that the biggest mistake that we are doing right now to our babies is being told that every baby is unique, different, and they will develop when they want to develop. Well, with autism down now, in some states down to 1 in 29, I really don't like those odds. I'd rather have those odds on the lottery ticket than on my child's development. So to work on your child's development as it's supposed to happen versus just guessing and waiting and seeing and then going into the develops of autism really can change your life and your child's life. And that's what needs to be worked on. So knowing where your child is within their developmental structure or movement patterns for optimal development is empowering to you and to your child. So you can actually start working with this, even if autism is happening. This is why we have spectrum ranges. Do you want your child here or here? Now, having a child with autism who was told he was never going to speak or walk, right? His goal at 4 was to say mom. That was my son's goals, right? With his severity of autism and being visually impaired with cortical vision impairment. The same boy has got a 3.74 at ASU and he's taking Russian. And he walks just fine. And this is not a brag factor. Now, does my son still have autism? Yes, he has full-blown autism. But I think he's the only person that I know that's practically fully functioning. And you might say, oh, that's Asperger's. No, my son has autism. He has autism. He has that, and that's fine. It's just one of the things, like I can say he has blue eyes. But again, he has a way of navigating the campus and getting around just fine and handling all of his courses. And he's in the political history, or one of his groups. He's gone out to the Reagan Ranch on a ASU grant and all of that sort of stuff, and he's just a happy camper. And again, these I go from being needing this as a mother, but at the same time too, I'm saying this also is my biggest regret. I had no idea. I had no idea that this was coming, what this was doing. And so this is the stuff that I preach about and create so you don't have to experiencing it. Knowing where your child's at from day one for movement helps you if you want a professional football player or you want to deter or detract the severity of genetics, of autism. Many different things are important for your child's development, and they're important for your emotional and social and economic well-being. Let me tell you, a child with less disabilities is a lot less time consuming and a lot less expensive. And I hate to put it that way, but like I also have $1 million child. My son, because of his immune system, his meds are $35,000 a month. So, again, could we avoid these things? Why not? Does it help the system? If one more person tells me, but it's because you have insurance, who do you think's paying for this? You know what I mean? It's the cost to not only your family but to our system, governments, otherwise, is just astronomical, and those kind of things have to stop as well. So please, starting with your child from day one is empowering. You're working on their development, you're working on their tummy time, you're working on their rolling over. Rolling over should happen at 2.5 months. How many videos or people come to me and their child's 8 months old? Should I be worried they're not rolling over yet? I'm like, they should be in a pre-crawl going up to just about to cruising. No, we need to get our babies back on track. We cannot let the system fail us by saying babies don't get developed or is evaluated for development even until 9 months of age. We're pushing off the babies where babies should be our number one priority, and so should autism. Thanks.